Now, over the weekend, there has been much conjecture on whether a long-awaited counter-offensive by Kyiv has begun. On Sunday evening, the Russian defence minister claimed a large-scale offensive had been thwarted in 5 sectors on the front line in the South Donetsk region. The Defence Ministry claimed it had warded off attacks by 6 mechanised battalions and 2 tank battalions in the southeastern region, alleging that hundreds of Ukrainian soldiers had lost their lives. While it's been predicted that this could be one of the fronts where Ukraine may begin its push forward, in line with the previous media blackout during past offensive, there has been no comment from Ukraine on this action until today, when Ukraine's Deputy Defence Minister said in some areas Kyiv's forces are moving to offensive actions. She claimed that in the south, Russia is on the defensive and actively releasing information of a repelled counteroffensive because they need to divert attention from their defeat in the Bakhmut direction. Some Russian sources, however, have denied the claims being put out by the Russian ministry, saying it's fake news. The Ukrainian military suggested there would be no public promotion to accompany any such offensive operation, releasing a video entitled "Plans Like Silence," and Ukraine's defence minister posted a tweet quoting the Depeche Mode track "Enjoy the Silence" with the message "Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm." This is rather similar to posters we put up during World War II saying careless talk costs lives. Over the weekend, President Zelensky said Ukraine was ready with 9 assault brigades assembled and F-6 fighter jets on the horizon once Ukrainian pilots had received training. Meeting today in Kiev with the Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, he said the pair discussed issues including Ukraine's expectations from the NATO summit in Vilnius. He also said important agreements have been reached in recent weeks. I'm very pleased and honoured that joining me to discuss the latest on this is Oleksiy Goncharenko, a member of Parliament in Ukraine and a member of the Ukrainian delegation to the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. Oleksiy, thank you so much for joining me this evening. What can you tell me about what's happening at the moment?
There is the fog of the war. It's quite hard to say exactly what's happening, but definitely Ukrainian forces in some parts of the front line are in offensive activities, and we have some successes, but it's quite hard to estimate the scale of offensive and the scale of successes for the moment. It looks like Ukrainian army now is actively looking for weak spots in Russian defense. And when these weak spots will be found, then a really full-scale activities will start in order to use these weak spots in order to break the Russian defensive lines.
And how much more do you feel the West ought to be doing, that NATO ought to be doing to support you in terms of ammunition and training?
We're very thankful for all support we are receiving, and special thanks to the United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom, when Prime Minister was Boris Johnson and Liz Truss, today Rishi Sunak, all time show leadership. And that is very important for us. Many times the United Kingdom was the first country to make some very important steps, like, for example, providing Ukraine with tanks or with the long-range missiles. So that is very important for us. But definitely we need more. We are against the big army, and Russia was preparing for the war for years. Yes, they are not so good as they claimed to themselves to be, but still they're numerous. They have a lot of weapon, a lot of iron. Maybe this is not the up-to-date weaponry, but it is massive from Soviet times also. So we definitely need fighter jets because it's quite hard to attack without air force. We definitely need more ammunition, and we definitely need more long-range missiles, because for the moment only the United Kingdom provides us with the long-range missiles, and that is crucial for all our military plans.
Thank you. And one final question, and I hope, if you don't mind, a brief answer. Russia inevitably has said that they've pushed back, but one can't really believe a word that's coming from the Russian propaganda machine, can one?
Absolutely. I just want to remind you, when Russian flagman ship Moskva was a missile cruiser, was already submarine on the bottom of the Black Sea, Russia was still saying that it is somewhere on the top, moving somewhere. So they're lying all the time. Don't follow them and don't listen to Russian propaganda at all.